Good morning. Welcome to this week's episode of This Week in My Garden. I was busy last week and doing some things with my infrastructure here in my garden. I didn't make one last week. Wasn't much happening either. Everything was pretty much the same. Peppers are coming on. Tomatoes are dying. So wasn't much to talk about. But did quite a few things over the last 2 weeks, so let's get into it. And like I said, the tomatoes are not doing good. I mean, they're still hanging on. One a little bitty Sweet 100. That's about the size of them nowadays. They just aren't putting anything on. The big beefs aren't putting on. A little bit of life here at the end. Not sure. I'm trying to clone all my tomatoes. I've also started some seeds. Trying to get something going for the backside of the season. But the lemon boys, they're just looking poor, dying off. My tidy treats, they look awful, but here it is, almost August, and still putting on tomatoes. So go tidy treats. All these plants have little tomatoes on them. Now they're usually about twice that size, so this heat is stunting them. Got them all under shade cloth, but yeah, it's pretty early here in the morning. As you can see, it's 90 degrees already. It's going to be a hot day here in North Texas. Okay, this is my seed starting rig. I got special grow lights in these floodlight fixtures. Got tomatoes. Those over there are yellow pear. Those two rows are yellow pear. And then these two are a cherry tomato. I forget exactly what kind. And these are my Brussels sprouts. And here's where I'm trying to clone my plants out there. So we've got lemon boys, big beef, and tidy treats. And I need to change this water out today, so that's why I got them here in the kitchen. I'm going to change their water out. They've been in these containers for about a week. And, whoops, pulled some out by accident. We got no root growth, but they say it takes about 2 weeks. We'll see. I think I've shown you all our shade cloth for people sitting here. Extended out our back porch a little bit so we can sit out here. Upgraded the cat fountain. Took it from that small silver tray, as I'll show you. It's over here. That was our fountain base. So bigger, holds more water. Put a bigger pump on it. So that should be nice. All right, I prepped this bed for Brussels sprouts later on. And I covered it with plastic so that I do not have to weed it again. When it's time to use it, I can just pull this plastic up and the bed will be ready to go. I covered my Brussels sprouts in some shade cloth. And it's helping to maintain the moisture in the ground a whole lot more. This is really moist compared to what it would normally be. And we're getting just a little bit more size going on our sprouts. So yeah, it's all a experiment. Trying different things, doing different things. But what I'm really happy about is I finally got my peppers all underneath the shade cloth. And what I really like is I've had my banana peppers under for about a week and a half, and they are doing really good. A lot of the problems I was seeing with them have gone away. I'm getting big peppers, and as compared to last year at this time of year when I was just getting nothing but really small peppers. But the bell peppers are covered, and I'm still not getting any bell peppers. I'm really dissatisfied with my bell peppers this year. The first year I grew them, I only grew a handful of them, and they did okay. Last year I grew a lot of them, and they did really good. And this year they're just, we're halfway through the growing season. I still haven't got a single bell pepper. Jalapenos are up underneath here. Got their nice shade cloth. So as you can see, this whole area right here is covered in shade cloth. I just bit the bullet and just built this whole shade structure like I build all of them. 1.5 inch PVC for support. Then it reduces down to 3/4, because I found the 3/4 inch does really good for holding up the shade cloth, but the 1.5 inch is like 3 times the cost of the 3/4. So I save a little money by building the tops out of 3/4. This is the very first shade structure I built. I built it completely out of 3/4. It works. It's functional, but it's not very sturdy. I have to anchor it to the fence over there to make sure it stays where I want it. And then I built one out of 1.25 inch. Wasn't real happy with that. And then I built one with 1.5 inch. And hey, there's Mr. Handsome. Hi, Handsome. Handsome. I'm being ignored by a professional. But I tried the 1.5 inch and found that I really like the sturdiness of the 1.5 inch. I think it makes for a good support for my shade. So everything here is shaded. Banana peppers, like I said, have been shaded for about a week and a half already. They're doing good. Fresnos are still doing good. Got lots of Fresnos. You smell Fresnos. The Italian sweets have finally started putting on some peppers, and I'm curious because all these plants were planted from the same seed pack, but this is not an Italian sweet. I've got nothing else like it. I don't know what it is, but it came out of an Italian sweet seed pack. It should look like these guys. This is what an Italian sweet looks like. So those are, I don't know. I'm curious. You'll let that one wrap it up. We're gonna get into it and see what we got. Over here on my sweet Mad Hatter that I planted, I've only got two. I only had two so far on this plant, and one of them got messed up, and yeah. So I've only got this one left, hoping it will ripen up. If I can get you in here where you can see it. There it is. Hopefully it will ripen up and we can give it a shot. The production on this guy has not been great. Next time we had 2 peppers, but like I said, all of my Italian sweets are just now putting on 2, so maybe it's a slow starter too. But we'll be getting some Italian sweets here pretty soon. I need to get here to do a weeding, which is nothing new. Well, thanks for joining me this week in my garden. Got quite a few things done this week. Got this shade structure up. I'm really happy with this. And it makes it nice when I'm watering my peppers. I don't have to stand in the sun as much. The old bald head doesn't get quite as much sunshine. So I'm able to stand out here without having to wear my hat all the time. But anyway, like I said, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week in my garden.